Welcome everyone to Forza Motorsport 6, and today we're taking a look at the 2015 Jaguar XK RS GT. Now, this is a car that is baffling to me in terms of why it exists, which we'll get into later. But firstly, we'll take a look at the factual parts of this car, and that's going to start with the engine. Now, it has a 5-litre V8, which is supercharged, to give it 542 horsepower and 501 foot-pounds of torque, which is a fairly decent amount, quite frankly. It's a hell of a lot of power, especially in terms of power from previous XK models, which have had a lot less than this. And as you can see, it's positive displacement in terms of its supercharger. But yeah, that's probably the best part of this car, is the engine. Looks wise, well, I love the look of the original XK that came out several years before this, and though it retains a lot of those good looks, I personally think the race paraphernalia on it, with the vents, the splitters and the spoiler, kind of spoil it, but those good looks still come through, which kind of shows how great looking that the original car was. Inside, it's still got all the luxuries despite looking like this. And yeah, we're going to take this onto the track to show it off, and then I'll get into why I can't quite see why it exists in the first place. So yeah, see you when we get there. Right, we're at Sonoma Raceway. We'll take it round on the first lap, and then we'll talk through it on the second lap. Right, so on to why I'm not really quite sure why this car exists, or was made. Because this car was released the same year as the Jaguar F-Type came out, and that would be alright if considering they're both fast, both good looking, both great in terms of handling, etc. But the F-Type is faster, it just simply is. It's got 8 extra horsepower, 1 extra foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 339 pounds less than this, which kind of shows how aging this car is now with its relatively heavy chassis and body. So yeah, even though this is still a really decently quick car, 0 to 16 4.1 seconds, 0 to 108.6, and going to 197 mile an hour, the simple fact of the matter is that the F-Type is quicker in terms of acceleration, and I think even in terms of top speed. And even though this is technically better in terms of handling, because yeah, it's got all this race paraphernalia on it, the spoilers and the splitters, I just don't think it's enough to really justify its existence. And yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. I think this might well be the last XK that you'll see for a long while, or ever really, because I think the F-Type, with being as successful as it is and as good as a car as it is really putting this car to bed, really. I'm not sure whether or not this costs less than a normal F-Type, but even if it does, I just can't see it really floating many people's boats, considering the F-Type's just a newer, better overall car. I'd much prefer to buy an original version of this than this version, quite frankly. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.